I've already started by applying my Scandalous eyeshadow base from my eyelid all the way to my eyebrow. Then I'm going to be using a color called Fade. I don't know if it's on the regular MAC line, but I've had it forever and I don't really use it, but I thought I'd try it today. And I'm using my 242 brush, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. Just packing the color on. You can use any paint pot, any primer. You can use UDPP, Too Faced Shadow Insurance, whatever you'd like before you apply this. I think it'd be really pretty if you use that MAC Shark Skin Shade Stick. And blending up all the way. I blend all the way up to my inner part of my eye, all the way pretty much to my eyebrow. Because that space is just kind of like wasted. I don't know really what it's for, but you know. Okay, got that on there. Then I'm going to go and use a color called Camel by MAC as well. And I'm using a 217 brush. And I'm going to sweep that color from my crease all the way up to my brow bone. Blending out that tilt. No, sorry, I didn't use tilt. I used Fade. I'm blending that all the way up. Using it to blend the edge of the Fade. It's really a nice color because, you know, when you use powder on top of powder, it's a lot easier to blend versus if you use powder like an eyeshadow on top of something creamy like a creamy paint pot. So it's a lot easier to blend your colors whenever you're using powder on top of powder. Got that. Then I'm going to use my 228 brush, and I'm going to use Deep Truth, this color right here. It's also by MAC. I'll be using this little brush a lot for this tutorial. I'm just going to pack that color on my outer, let's see, 1/3 of my eye. And I'm kind of going to do like a little, I don't know, like I kind of think of it as like a starburst effect. I'm going to get some more on my brush and do the same thing on the inner corner of my eye, inner 1/3. And I'm blending it right into that fade that's in the middle part of my eye. You can always go back and touch up whatever, you know, doesn't look right to you. Then I'm going to use a color called Print. It's by MAC also. It's like a charcoal gray satin. If you look closely, it has some flecks of like glitter in there. But I'm just going to use that in my crease, blending it all the way in. Just using windshield wiper motions. Back and forth. Blending up and blending out. Okay, next. I'm going to put a little bit of the print also, again with my 288 brush. A little bit over that Deep Truth that's on the inner corner of my eye. And it makes like a pretty steel, like a steel blue color versus just a bright blue. So I'm just laying that right on top, blending it into the fade still. And I'm going to come in and touch up the fade again on the inner part of my eye, the center part of my eye. I'm just getting some of my brush and just dabbing it right there in the middle, blending it outwards. Okay. Then I'm going to use my same 288 brush. I'm using this a lot lately. I'm glad I bought it because it's so easy to use, and I have a lot of little spaces on my eye that I could use it for, just for detail stuff. And I'm going to use matte carbon or any matte black you have, and that's just going to go in my outer V, and I'm going to blend that all the way in. And I'm just kind of making my crease. If you have a crease already, this is a lot easier for you. I don't, so I'm having to make mine. And I'm just blending out the edge of that carbon with the same little brush. This really is a really good brush. I'm really glad I got it because, like I said, I have to make my crease, so it's kind of good to place the color there. And so I'm going to blend out the edge of that carbon with that same 217 brush that I had used with the print earlier. Then I'm going to use a color called Gesso, or any matte white, as well as my 242 brush. And I'm just placing the color at the highest point, blending down and then out, and then blending all the way across, staying right just underneath the highest point of my brow. Just cleaning up around the edges, making sure it looks like the other eye. Just blend out the gesso on the edge of your carbon. And I'm going to put on my black track fluid line and my lashes, and then I'll come right back. I'm back, and this is the final look. I realized I didn't tell you what I used on my lower lash line. I used carbon on the outer 1/3, deep truth on the middle 1/3, and then I used the fade on the inner 1/3 of my lower lash line. And I added lashes. They were by NYC. They're 974A. I just get them from Target. I use Rose Quartz blush, and I use Hodgepodge lip liner and Beaux lip gloss. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like it, and thank you so much for subscribing. This has just been really cool that I've been able to do this, and you guys like it. If you have any requests, just send me a message and I'll try to get to any requests that you'd like to see. Thanks for watching. Bye.